A relentless demonic force threatens the entire survival of humanity in the third season of Locke and Key, which premiered on Netflix with enormous stakes. The Locke family is at the center of events as the sole defense against supernatural entities continues to be their link to a pair of enigmatic magic keys. The conclusion sets up a showdown between the Lockes and their new adversary, possessed Revolutionary War Commander Frederick Gideon, who was transported to the present as an echo in the startling Season 2 finale. The season finale opens with our protagonists in a precarious situation. Tyler, Kinsey, and Ellie are imprisoned within Geordie Shaw's disintegrating mind. Before Gideon, who intends to utilize the combined power of all the artifacts to destroy the barrier separating our planet from the monsters beyond, they are urgently trying to locate the creation key. Fortunately, they find it hidden behind a piano key and just make it out before Geordie expires from his wounds. Sam Lesser's spirit passes away with him as Gideon locks him beneath the same magnificent instrument, preventing his return to reality. Using the creation key, which has the ability to make images come to life, Tyler and Kinsey sprint back to Key House. As a result, they naturally receive a sleek motorcycle to go home on. They formulate a strategy with their mother Nina and brother Bode to put an end to their shared nightmare after gaining an advantage over their adversary from the 18th century, Gideon, whose driving abilities are far less developed. Tyler smiles when he meets Gideon in the well house when he finally gets to Key House late at night, and the villain recognizes that something is up right away. Even he, though, is taken aback when Bode appears behind him operating a digger with an industrial claw, almost pushing Gideon over the threshold, a move that would kill him. Unfortunately, things don't go as planned since the possessed soldier is able to use his demonic might to withstand the equipment before completely destroying the well house. And Kinsey has the light bulb moment that the creation key can be used to open the mystical chest containing the alpha key, and the Locks race to think of a backup plan. The instant Gideon breaks through the front door, she grabs the MacGuffin. Kinsey manages to stop him by slamming the alpha key into his chest as he grabs her as she tries to fight and almost tosses her over the abyss that leads into his own nightmare dimension. The family acts quickly, with Tyler saving his sister from danger and Nina striking Gideon with the fatal blow that forces him back through the portal from which he came. The doorway shrinks as he takes many keys with him, making Tyler realize that if they leave with all of them, they risk closing it all together. The proposal is supported by Nina and Kinsey, but Bode has one requirement: he must use the timeshift key to travel back in time and say goodbye to his father, Rendell, while he is still alive. Nina and the Locke children unexpectedly arrive from the future and travel back in time to a time when the late patriarch was left alone in their old house to tell him all about their experiences using his ancestral magic. He tells them to send the keys back and shut the gateway since his family's love is more valuable than any talent they could grant. They say their final goodbyes before being returned to their respective times. They regret that Rendell won't remember this unexpected encounter because that is the nature of the timeshift key, but they are all eager to go on to their own chapters. As they make their way back home, Kinsey and Bode are unlocked with the memory key, allowing them to retain their magical memories even after they turn 18, before each charm tool is dropped through the portal individually. By the time it's done, there is no longer any evidence of it. Now a little time jump as we get ready to say our own farewell to the people who have been a part of our lives over the previous 3 seasons. Fortunately, each of their futures seems promising. Tyler is returning to Montana with his new girlfriend, Carly, while Kinsey celebrates the release of her latest home video horror film and shares a belated kiss with Scott Cavendish, who she may study abroad with in the UK. And Nina maintains her relationship with Josh. Ellie resumes her position as a gym instructor at Matheson Academy while Duncan relocates with her new husband, Brian. Everything has gone well. In reference to how the magical keys would whisper to him when they were around, Bode says to his brothers and mother that he hears absolutely nothing after helping Tyler pack his things. The family laughs and walks in to begin what will undoubtedly be a much more comfortable life together. But is it? The soundtrack ends just as the camera moves up to the front doors of the Key House, and we hear that ominous whispering once again, implying that there are still more keys hidden somewhere on the property. Unfortunately, this is unquestionably the final season, So we may view this as a humorous concluding prank rather than a specific hint of anything further to come. But it might be pleasing for viewers to know that magic still exists out there somewhere. It's just waiting to be found. If you're not happy with the ending's uncertainty, we may go back to the original writing to find out for sure whether this family's old Matheson estate has any secret keys. Yes, to answer briefly, there are a few keys from the graphic novel series that aren't present in the Netflix adaptation, such as one that makes the user become a giant and another that unlocks the moon so someone can die quietly. Notably, a few keys show up in the comics but are never used by any of the characters, allowing readers to speculate about what they could be capable of. There are definitely more magical artifacts on the Key House grounds, as the muttering in the finale hints, if the Netflix reality is consistent with that of the written page. But whether the Locks will ever uncover them is another story completely. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to comment, subscribe and give us a like.